Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with something very, very different today. So, because of the whole situation with RimWorld getting to the 1.0 release, I have been sort of at a loss as to what to record and put on the channel lately. And to add on to that, I've been insanely busy, and so for especially our Tuesday and Friday slot where the Star Wars RimWorld series had been, I have had no idea what to put in there and haven't really been able to experiment with a whole lot. And so one game that I sometimes play in my free time is FIFA. Now, I am not a huge soccer fan. In fact, I've only barely played it. And I am American, so I'm going to say soccer. If that bothers you, I apologize. I do kind of say interchangeably with football, but to me, football is American football, and so that's what I think of, and I do use soccer quite a lot. Anyways, for some reason, FIFA has always just kind of drawn me in. I think it's because it's very simple to pick up and play, but very challenging to master. And so, I don't know, I've just always kind of been drawn to it. And I have always enjoyed sports games. I did play a lot of sports when I was younger, before I started working and stuff, and maybe that's why. But anyways, I've been playing a little bit of FIFA in my free time, and one thing I've always liked to do in FIFA is pick an English team at the bottom of all the leagues. So if you're not familiar with English soccer, they have several tiers of leagues, and every year the top few teams from each league move up, and the bottom few teams from each league move down. And so generally what I'll do is I'll pick a team from the very bottom league and try to work them up to the very top league. And so that's why I'm here playing as Crew Alexandra. In my opinion, they're one of the few teams in that bottom, well, as far as FIFA is concerned, the bottom league. There are lower leagues than what is represented in FIFA, but they look like they could be a Premier League team. They kind of have the right uniforms. They don't kind of look hokey like some of the other lower league teams do, and I've always just found that fun. And I generally spend more time managing like rosters and stuff than I do actually playing the matches, and I do that regardless of what sports game it is. Back when Madden was good, I used to do that quite a bit. But anyways, we're here playing FIFA, and I don't really plan on this being a... oh, that was not the direction I intended to kick that. I don't plan on this being like a fixture on the channel or anything. I have just been looking for something to play, and I figured if I was going to play a little bit of FIFA in my free time... oh, I almost got him through. If I was going to be doing this in my free time, I may as well record it. Nice. And put it up on the channel, and if you guys enjoy it, great. If people really want me to, I can do more, but I was just going to, you know, put this up here as filler. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. But anyways, I am not particularly good at the game here. I'm playing on, I forget what it is. There's like easy, medium, hard, or I think it's like rookie, pro, all pro, or maybe I'm thinking of Madden. But anyways, I'm playing on all pro or hard, but there's difficulties above that that I would just get slaughtered on. Although I do find that on this difficulty, I run up the score quite often. So I don't know if it'll happen in this game, but sometimes I'll end a match in like a draw, and sometimes I'll win like 7-0. It really just depends on the opponent. But oh, this looks like it's gonna be a blowout. 2 goals in 20 minutes, yeah. So I don't think the other team's gonna do so hot here. We'll see. Maybe I'll look good on camera for once. But yeah, I'm not particularly great, so I'm sure people who are intimately familiar with FIFA are cringing at a lot of the moves I'm doing, but it works for me. I only ever play offline, or at least nowadays. Back in like FIFA 14, I played a lot of online. I actually really liked playing the goalie in like the My Career stuff. Back when you could kind of simulate the downtime, so you didn't have to just sit there and watch, you know, the ball being passed back and forth many yards or meters away from you. But that was a long time ago, and I haven't really owned FIFA since. I got it as a gift. This is FIFA 18, not FIFA 19, which I don't think is out yet. I don't think FIFA 19 is out yet, but I think it's pretty close if it isn't already out, and so 18 is like on its last legs before it's obsolete. But I could care less. I don't even know who most of these people are, so a roster update really makes no difference to me.
Now this looks promising.
And I've already got this. I didn't have to pay for it, so I'm pretty pleased with that. Oh, that was a terrible cross. But I do have a basic idea of strategy in soccer. I know how offsides work and all that. I have played, just I didn't really play it organized the same way that I did with like American football or basketball. I actually played American football for 11 years all the way up to junior college, and basketball all the way through high school. But soccer, I was never on like a club team or any junior league or anything like that, but I did play quite often at school. I went to school in Southern California, so soccer is pretty big in public schools in Southern California. But that's really my only experience with soccer. That and watching the World Cup occasionally. I have a lot of friends that are into soccer and enjoy watching the World Cup. Oh, that was not a great cross either. And so back when the U.S. was, I don't know that relevant is the right word, because I don't know that we've ever been relevant. But there was a couple years back where we actually had some small semblance of hope, and we got really into it back then. And that's when I was playing a lot of FIFA, but it's been a while. Let's see, let's kind of circle this back around here. What else to talk about? So, yeah, Crew Alexandra. I went through every single team in the bottom 2 English leagues. I guess I can talk more about how that's laid out if you're not familiar with it. But essentially, what's represented in FIFA are the top 4 English football leagues, starting with the Premier League, which is like the best of the best. And below them are the Champions League, Championship League, which is basically all the teams competing to get into the Premier League. And below them you have the English Football League 1, it's like the upper division of that. And oh, I almost got that one in. And then below them you have English Football League 2, and that's where Crew Alexandra is. So they are among the worst English football teams represented in FIFA. But I went through every single team and looked at their uniforms and their rosters and whatnot, and a lot of the lower ranked teams. Is it going to let me get a sub here? There we go. Oh man, that was like one of my best strikers. Anyways, oh, it was Walker, never mind. I mean, he's still one of my better guys, but let's get Lowry in there. Get the young guys some experience. So, went through them all. A lot of their uniforms look very amateurish, and their logos look very amateurish, and so Crew Alex... What the hell just happened there? I did not press that. Anyways, Crew Alexandra looked the best to me. They looked like they could be a Premier League team. In fact, they look a lot like Arsenal with these uniforms. And I like Arsenal, I guess, if I had to pick a favorite soccer team. Actually, I'd probably go with the LA Galaxy just because they're my local team. I might do some LA Galaxy stuff, but the MLS is severely limited in what you can do because it's pretty much a closed competition, so you can compete to win the MLS championship, whatever it's called, the MLS Cup, I don't know. Does anybody know? Anyways, you can compete for that, but that's really all you're ever going to do is just, you know, trying to stay at the top of that league, which, oh nice, we got one through there. It looks like we're going to run away with this. But, you know, beyond that, there's not much to do. At least with the English football teams, if you start at the bottom like this, there's actually quite a lot of growth that you can do. We start out with, you know, terrible players averaging in like the 60s overall, probably low 60s overall. Then you work up to Premier League, which will take you at least 4 seasons, I believe. Well, 3 seasons to get in. Or is it less than that? No, it's 3. So you'd have to be, I think that one of the top two, it's between like the top 2 and 4 or something like that, but we'd have to be among the top few teams in this league. That would get us promoted to EFL League 1. Then we'd have to be among the top 2 teams in that league the following season to get moved into the Champions League, or Championship League. Again, I can't remember. And once we're in the Champions League, I think you have to be in the top 2 to get moved up to the Premier League. And so it would take 3 seasons just to get there, and then you have to compete to stay relevant in the Premier League. And that can be challenging because if, say, you're the worst team in the Premier League, they drop the bottom 2 every year, so you do have to compete to stay there. Whereas in the MLS, you're just hanging out and trying to win the championship every year. So let's skip through this. I have the halves set fairly short. I think I'm running them at like 7 minutes. But, yeah, let's see. Do I have anybody I can get in here? You're pretty tired. Let's get you in. I don't really have a backup left mid, do I? I'll just run with that for now and see how it goes. But I could use some more subs. And another thing I've been looking at, because I just can't help myself, is modding this game. Because there are modding tools available for FIFA 18. They actually carried over from FIFA 17. And there's a very active modding community in FIFA. I haven't been able to do much because, frankly, I have a million other things to do, but I've just been kind of looking into it. And it looks like it is possible, so one thing I was thinking of doing is, down the line as this team became more relevant and moved up, you know, higher in the ranks, is maybe give them some nicer looking uniforms. Right now they only have the 2. This red and white uniform, which is their main home uniform. Well, their home uniform and also their main uniform. Oh, got him. So, they have this one, and then they have one that's all blue. Oh, that was a terrible cross. Terrible. I was trying to lead him closer to the goal, but I messed up. And so I figured down the line I could replace that blue one with something that looks a little bit more professional. I don't know if it's possible to add in more uniforms to give them like alternates, but that's something I would try to do as well. And then I don't know if it's possible to change players' names. I know that you can do quite a bit of player editing before you start the career mode. Like, they'll let you edit a lot of stuff. I don't know if the name is in there, but pretty much everything else can be edited. Except for maybe their appearance. Yeah, I think appearance and name are locked. But once you get into career mode, they significantly limit what you can change. Once you have... Well, you can't actually edit players until you unlock something in career mode anyways. But once you have that, you can edit their kits and all that stuff. Well, you can edit their numbers at any point. But their kits and all that, like, you know, appearance, aesthetic stuff, you can change that, but nothing beyond that. But if you're able to mod stuff, then you're probably able to get in there and tweak people's names too. And so I always go to, like, how could I turn this into a Let's Play? Because that's, you know, what I do. And, oh, come on, just tap it. There we go. And so I was wondering if I could maybe put people's names in as, like, rookies. Because in this game, there's not, like, a draft like in, say, the NFL or the NBA, where you have people coming out of, you know, college. That was terrible. But there's no draft, so you're basically trying to scout players from all around the world that are very young, and then you bring them into your youth program, and then you try to, you know, bring them up into star players. But they're all just randomly generated. And so I was thinking, if, you know, by some weird happenstance this ends up becoming a Let's Play on my channel, I might be able to put people's names in those positions. But again, I don't really have any intention of turning this into a Let's Play. If you guys really want me to, I will definitely think about it, but right now this is just filler, if I haven't made that clear already.
He's been working the keeper.
Come on, get it out of there. Damn it. Oh, I almost got it. I think we're doing pretty well, though. I mean, 3-0 is damn good in soccer. In fact, 3 is a pretty high score. But more importantly, I like to get shutouts. And so we'll see if we can maintain that here. Our goalie's doing a decent job. He hasn't really been tested much, but when they have gotten in there, he's done a pretty solid job of protecting the net. Let's see if I can pop that over. Can you beat him? Nope. He got in between us. Damn. Damn. That was a pretty good opportunity there. There are, I mean, I'm sure you guys know FIFA is not like a obscure game by any means, but there's like different skill moves you can do, and I don't, that was terrible. I pressed the wrong button. I don't know them well enough. If I played a little bit more, I could probably get them down, but as of right now, I don't really know them, and I don't think any of my players are good enough to really do them anyways. Again, most of these guys are like 60 overall at best. Like my starters are 60, my backups are like 50. So their ability to, you know, pull off tricks with the ball is pretty slim. So generally what I try to do is beat people with speed and passing. And for the most part that works, at least on this difficulty and against the AI versus players. Oh, damn it. Wants me to sub. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Get the young guy in. That Pickering fellow is pretty gassed anyways. In fact, I think a lot of my players are, but I don't know if there's a substitution limit. It might be, I feel like it's like 3. You get 3 subs. But that might change depending on the league you're in too. I have no idea. Is he offsides? Oh. My defender thought he was, but they'll do that anytime it's close. Just because they're trying to emulate reality where, you know, anybody's going to try to get a break whenever they can. I almost poked that through. Let's see. Get it out to him. Let's see what he can do on the wing there. Oh. Oh, I managed to save that.
Getting forward well as a team now.
Damn. If that pass had been a little bit stronger, I probably could have brought it down toward the bottom of the screen and had an opening, but it ended up putting me right between those 2 defenders there. Also, I apologize. I probably should have mentioned this earlier. I apologize if the game looks a little low res. I'm playing it at max settings. However, my recording software tends to not recognize a lot of games lately. I don't know why that is, but this one in particular it didn't. So I'm recording this in windowed mode, and it looks to have lowered the resolution slightly. And I know YouTube is gonna like basically smear Vaseline all over the screen when I upload this, so it'll probably look even worse. But I'm wondering if there's a way I can go about recording this better. I couldn't sneak that through. But I'll have, if you know I end up doing more of this, I'll have to, because this is probably not up to snuff for a YouTube series. But for a one-off video, you get the idea. Oh, he had to be offsides. Come on. Well, at least we were able to get a good clearance there. Although it ended up right back to them. Wow. Okay. Well, got 7 minutes. No, not 7. 6 minutes and change left. I don't know how many they're going to add. Hopefully it's not much. But I am playing on 7-minute halves. So, you know, aside from stoppages and whatnot, it should be, you know, more like a minute. Crap. No. Who are you passing to, man? That's one thing I found. I play with a controller, which I don't know how you would play otherwise. But I am on PC, obviously. But I am playing with a controller. It's a Logitech controller. I've noticed that passing directionally is spotty at best. I'll try to pick somebody out down the field, and I'll notice that sometimes they'll kind of pick the wrong guy or something and just, you know, boot it like 30 degrees left of where I meant to put it. I was trying to get that closer to the goal. My crosses have not been on point today, but obviously it's been good enough.
And the decision for the added time is 3 minutes.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, luckily my opponents are just as awful, if not even more awful than we are. So, oh god, I'm surprised we didn't get a penalty there. But yeah, you know, we're playing the bottom of the barrel here. Apparently we're just like the top of the bottom of the barrel. Ooh, that almost put them on the board. So it looks like they're going to add 3 minutes. That seems to be the game's like default kind of go-to. Soccer's weird. I don't like the whole additional time thing. Really? They called... Is that a penalty? I'm not listening to the audio, by the way. It makes it hard for me to do commentary while I speak. Or is that the end of the game? I think that's the end. Okay. Yeah, that's the end of the match. So, I'm gonna leave you guys here. Let me know what you think. Is this something that you're interested in at all? I've never done sports games on the channel before, but I do have a long history of playing them. When I was a kid, I played Madden like obsessively. It's gone really downhill as of late, well, pretty much in the last decade. So I noticed that it's on PC for the first time in forever lately, and I was interested in maybe picking it up. But yeah, sports games, never tried them, and it's definitely a big departure from what I normally play. So I don't expect this to get any views at all, let alone, you know, have any success. But again, it's all up to you guys, whatever you want to see. So anyways, thanks for sticking around and just kind of talking about FIFA with me, and I will see you guys in my next video.